I will show you that. Yeah, this is not that one. Wait a second. Find DB connect. Yep. Yeah. So here what we discussed, this driver is not supported by the tool itself. No other tool, either it is a NetBeans or a standard development environment. This is an Intel IJ IDEA platform which supports a Java. So this type of tools, each and every tool having somewhat a bit feature, some different features are there. Some allows a Python and some things. I mean, some tools allows a Java, some tools allows web applications and all. So this only allows a Java application. But in this sense, if you want to use such type of a drivers, I think you know about the drivers. In the previous versions of operating system, the people are supposed to download the drivers. So audio driver and the video drivers. So without that, operating system does not allow audio functionality. So before Windows 7, so I think Windows XP, maybe now it is not supported by the Microsoft. Now even Windows 7 also they got stopped that one, providing the drivers and the updates and all. So even I think in some more days it will take 8 or Windows 8 or 8.1 they also stopped for the drivers and all. So for the 8, for the 7, 8, 8.1 as well as the 10, while we are installing the operating system, automatically the drivers got installed. So in the operating system itself, the drivers are available. In the previous operating systems in XP Lite, there is no drivers. So we have to install it manually according to the motherboard. Suppose if you people are using an Intel, then according to the motherboard, you have to install the specific drivers for that. Okay, so like onboard graphic cards. So for that also we need drivers and all. For this, in this context, this MySQL driver, what is this MySQL driver? Why should I take this one? I'm working on my Java and all. Then why should I go for this? Okay, some other, the databases like Oracle, some other cloud computing like Django or something else. So many databases are available. So every time, why should I go for that? Why can't you go and get one driver for me? If it is necessary, you have to download the driver. So this, in this condition, so we have to check whether the drivers are available or not. So in the previous session, what we did, so it is like no driver manager is available. Sorry, stuck. Yeah, no driver manager available or the class not found. So for this, we have to go for external libraries. Scratch file. Just a second. We'll go for the properties. In the project itself, where is this? Just a second. I need to check it out. 1 second. Wait a second. I need to build this one so that it will be easy. Just I'm downloading it and I will show you the jar file and how it look like. If once we got installed it, I mean, we are not installing it, just we are importing it. We are importing it. That's it. Just a second. Control Shift Alt and S. Yeah, now you can see this one. So it is like the shortcut key. I don't know actually. I mean, in which view window it is available. So Control Shift Alt and S. Control Shift Alt and S. Like I will mention it. Where is it? So here in this, we are having 1.8 version of a Java, which is an essential part for the compilation point of view as well as a running point of view. So this will be automatically, considered by the tool. So if it is available, Java version is available, then only these tools got installed. So for this, we have to take a path of it like add SDK. Wait a second. Where it gone? Just set sources. Paths. Even myself libraries. Yeah. Somewhat a bit slow. Never mind. Just a second. So dependencies and dependency. See this one now. So here inside the dependencies, like select this one or add jar or a directory. So where it is available. So here, if suppose I'm working on Apache Tomcat or a Spring Core jars, then just select it and press then OK. So now I'm having MySQL connector to Java. So then only what are all the drivers you want for working on MySQL, you need this type of a driver. See this one. This is a .jar file. This is like Control Shift Alt and S. Let me show you that one. Just a function. CTRL. Don't do like this just for your information point of view. I'm just doing this one. Control Z. Okay. So Control Shift Alt and S. Press these buttons parallelly. Just press on Control Shift Alt and then click on S, and this dialog box will get opened. So after this, go to the dependencies and then click on add button and select a jar file. So where it is available inside the downloads, we are having a jar files. So many jars are available for me. Like let me copy the path. Just I will show you that one. Wait a second. Yeah, I got it. See this one. This one. This is a zip file. After unzipping this, you will get this jar file, bin.jar file. So how you are going to add it to the dependency? I just already shown it to you. This will be like, go to your browser. I will show you. Wait a second. Where is the browser? So go to the browser and then like type on MySQL connector .java. See this one, MySQL connector.java 5.1. Actually, the version is like 8 also supported. 5 is also allowed. So when you click on this, you will get the, dev. This is dev in the sense developer.mysql, developer.mysql.com. So or else this one, or else Java 2S, maximum jar files are available inside. Whether if you need a swing or some other functionalities and all, you are going to download over here. By clicking on this, you will get the file. After this, just unzip it and you will get a jar file. So I already shown you how to do that one. Yeah. So like this, it is available inside the downloads. Copy the path over here and just click on it and then press OK. So you will get like this. Here it will be installed. After doing all these things, here you will see inside the external jars, if MySQL connector is available, then only this driver will work. Again, I'm telling you, if this is available, then only this driver is in a working condition. Okay, now we are already know about this, all these things. So how to make a connection by using the credentials of MySQL. This is the URL and this is the username, this is the password. So why we don't need a password actually. If we made a password over here, let me run this program. What I'm doing inside an employee, where is it? Workbench, MySQL workbench. Yeah. So I'm going for the this one. Just I need to start this one. Click on. Yeah. So no connection established. What happened? Okay. I need to start the server. Sorry. Wait a second. I need to start the server. Without server, it cannot be started because each and every databases are working on a servers only. So see this one, server status has been stopped over here. So for this, what we need to do, we have to start the Apache Tomcat there inside the XAMPP folder, which is available inside a C drive. Let me show you that one also. Once we got initially installed, then which is easy for us. So inside a C drive, we are having XAMPP got installed, and inside this, we are having a control panel. This is the control panel for the XAMPP. So now this dialog box will be opened. I will show you the dialog box. This is the dialog box. Okay. So you have to start this one and also the MySQL. So if these two got started, like this port is using every time, this is the same port. We are not going to change this port 3306. Okay. Let me go there and then start the server again. So this one, let me refresh this. See now, it is running. Now it got running. So this is all about the connections. So if you made a small mistake also, you can't even move forward. I think you got my point, what I'm saying. After starting the local host, then you have to refresh it over here. So now it has been started. So now it is in the good state. Now I'm going for, let me close this and the previous things. Yeah. So now I want to run EMP. This is already available. So I'm going to retrieve this data in our Java program. Actually, in your textbook, you people are having at the end of each and every topic, there is an application program. It is like a real-time program. So you're working on some of the PCs and all, and for the registration or logging in, so everything will be work on that. So at the end of the session, go for it. Just type it. There is no need to buy at that one. Just type it and then know what all the things are working on. Okay. So just I'm running this one. What happened? Limit 1000, select start from EMP. Why? No database selected. Okay, every time I need to select the database, isn't it? Okay. I just started using the database, user classify. To use, I mean, when we started that, we have to check whether the database connected or not. So classify is our database. Inside this, we are having EMP table. Now I'm running this one. Now it will be shown the data inside. See this one. This data will be retrieved by our Java program from the tool where we used a driver called MySQL connector to Java. So now this driver is available. Okay. I will run this program. Right. Minute run DB connect. See this one. I think you got my point. What I'm saying. Now it is properly connected to the MySQL database. So where is this tool and where is that tool? So now we directly connected to the database. The data has been retrieved. So okay, I will tell you like. So while you are supposed to open a Google login, so what will you do? There you are supposed to use username and a password. So where it will be checked? inside a cloud. What is a cloud? Cloud in the sense is a database. So when you give your username and a password, it will check their database whether this particular person email ID is available or not. If the email ID is available and the concerned password is matching to the user ID or not. So this is all about a logging process as well as the registration. So now we perfectly got the data from the MySQL database. I think you got my point, what I'm saying. So I will upload it because it is not completed. That's why I didn't upload it this one. So again, I'm going to explain this. So what is the things need to work on to connect to the MySQL database? First of all, we need the driver. First of all, we need the driver. How you're going to get that one? By using a class object. We are having a method called a for name. Inside this is a common thing. It won't change at all. Better by heart this one. Better by heart this. I'm directly saying this won't change at all. Okay. And this is also till here. From here onwards, JDBC colon MySQL colon, and there is a slash the local host. Maybe if you're working in a TCS or something CDS, somewhere in any MNC companies, it got changed. It will be changed basis on their information. For if you are working on a MySQL, it won't change at all. These two things will get changed. That's it. Okay, and this is the database name. So this is our own database. The name we have chosen over here. Okay, it will be changed, and the username and the password also got changed. These things doesn't change at all. These things doesn't change at all. If you're working on your PC till here, you have to consider this now, and the driver name also the same. How you are going to get the connection? By using a connection statement. We are having the connection statement. Let me show here. This is an interface. If you want to make any connections, either it is a MySQL or a Access database. Do you know that Access is also a database which is available in your PC? So if you want to work on a database like that, directly just make a connection in between, and by using the credentials of a database, make sure that the connection is properly established or not. These are the proper information. If you made this, then only you will get a connection. Till here we are doing on a connection. Okay. See here, just I made a connection, whether it is working or not. Just I printed the connection statement. This is the one, this one. So after that, get the statement. So if you want to make a connection, I mean, after the connection and all, you have to consider the statement. There are two ways. Don't go for this. I'm telling about the result set. There are two ways we are going to get the statement: by using prepared statement or else the result set. If you want to query the data, see this one, the table of a data representing the database result, which is usually generated by executing the statement. It will expect a statement. So for this point of view, we need this. One more thing is also available, like a prepared statement, which is also an interface. Okay. So by using this, you are telling that please make sure that use this query language. I already having a driver over here. If you want any information, make sure that get the driver from here and make this query should be worked on, and each and every data will be stored inside the result set. By using the next, we are printing the data. That's it. Okay. This is all about the connection and retrieving the data. So now we are working on insertions, updations, and so many things are there. Now we are going to learn all those things. Okay, just a minute. Just get a screenshot of that. Better. at least, I mean, later I will share it to you. Okay. Just I'm checking your syllabus right now. What all the things are available. Yeah, I think for this, no theory is required. Like actually, we are going to insert the data into the database right now. So we just retrieve the data from the database. So we got it successfully. Now I would like to store the data inside the database, inside the table. So how you are going to use that one in your Java database connectivity? They mentioned like the SQL statement like insertion, selection, creation is not that much important over here. Deletion, in updation, and after that the insertion as well as the selection. All these things are necessary for you, not over here, I mean everywhere else. So I will go for the another one, which is good for us, so that I don't want to delete this one. I don't want to delete this file. So like db insertion. So I would like to copy those things. These are the common things. Okay. So just one thing I would like to tell you here. Just wait a second. I need a public static void main also, like public static void main. Okay. So these are the common things. I don't want to make a change over here. So these are the common things. But I would like to tell over here, when you are going to use this driver, it should be inside a try and a catch block. It always gives an exception. I mean, if the drivers are not available? So drivers are not available, it throws an exception. So it will be caught by over here. So it should be in this block only. So inside this block, we need to write the class.funnel. Okay. So these things are a common. And again, I'm telling you, these things are a common things. Now for the insertion purpose, I'm going to take this one also. Why should I copy this? From here onwards, I will copy this. Okay, this block should be ended, and this is a catch exception. Okay, system dot out dot println, and this is like yeah. Okay, all these things are common. There is no change at all. So here we made a selection over here. So we are selecting the data from the database. So from here onwards, we have to write code over here. Insertion. Okay. Now we are working on insertion. What we need to do. So here, I'm going to take a statement, the similar thing, the statement. So statement java.sql. It is available inside a Java, java.sql. Click. Why statement. Yeah, that is available. Now this is a statement and is equals to. So what I need to do over here, connection. What is the connection? What we got? So here we got a connection. The same thing, connection dot. We are inserting the data over here. How we are going to get that one? So one thing I would like to tell over here, while we are getting the connection over here, we make a connection by using a create statement. See this one, automatically it got opened. So create statement, we need to use this one. Just click on that. These things are general things. It won't change at all. That's why I'm telling you. Now I'm going to write, I'm going to take a string like this, a string SQL. So here, why? Because in the previous sessions, in the previous records, this is a small thing. This is a small 1, 2, 3, and 4 words is there. So directly you can take like this string S is equals to, just copy this and paste it over here and then place S over here. This is also one of the way, that doesn't matter. Here also I'm doing the same thing. Okay. So here string S is equals to, I am writing the query now. So please make sure that the insertion, how the insertion will go on. Insert into what is a table. These two are a keywords, table name, EMP, table name, and here, what are all the things available over here? I need to check this out. Wait a second. So we are having EMP ID, EMP name, and EMP salary, right? So I'm going to take EMP ID, EMP name, and then what is another attribute? EMP sal. EMP sal. Okay. So these are the 3 attributes available over there. And next, values. What are all the values I'm going to print? So I'll already shown you, right, how to insert the data. This one, like this. So it is like we can mention like this also over here. What are all the things available we need to mention? This is not essential part. We are in the database, like I didn't mention it over here. But while we are working on tools and all, we need to mention that one. Okay. So what are all the values? We have to insert this data. I'm going to take a 4 stars and 4,000. Values of 4 inside a single quote. Just close this. Stars, and then one more salary is like a 4,000. Sorry. Why I pressed insertion over here? Yeah, everything is good, I think. Yeah, there should be a space over here. Yeah, now it is good. So now it is good. Now we are going to execute the statement. How we are going to execute the statement? By taking the statement dot execute update. Execute update. Where is update over here? Yeah, here it is. Okay, now I'm passing this the string value to this one. Okay, I think everything is fine. Okay, well, after this execution, we'll go for the MySQL Workbench there, whether it is got installed, I mean, it got inserted or not. Everything is correct or not. Insert into employee table name. These are the attributes, 3 attributes available, and these are the values we are going to insert. Okay, let me run this program. Okay, let me check inside the database. Is got executed. MySQL Workbench. Yep. So I'm going to execute this query right now. Yeah, see this one. 4 stars and 4,000. I think you got my point. 4 stars and 4,000. It got installed. I mean, it got inserted perfectly. There is no doubt at all, which is a very easy thing. These prepare statements or the result set or connections, everything is a common thing. Let me show you this. So we passed data from over here to the database. These things are a common and these things are common. And this is also a common thing. But while we are inserting the data, we are using execute update. At the time of executing query for the selection process, we are doing execution query. Sometimes the people will use execute query for the for insertion point of view also. Okay, don't bother about that. Follow your textbook. That's it. Okay. So this is all about the insertion. I think you have seen. We just selected the data from the database. We successfully retrieved it and we successfully inserted the data into the MySQL database. Now we are going for the updation. Updation and deletion. If we do these two programs, then maximum your Java database connectivity is over. Okay, we'll go for a new one, Java class, DB. Shall we go for update record or a deletion? We'll go for we'll go for update first and then we'll go for the delete later. Okay, DB update. Okay, save some time, just copy all these things. Okay, so why it is, I need to close the block. That's it. And this is a catch. And one more thing is available over here. Let me close this. Here it is like an exception E, and I need that exception to be printed if there is any issues occurred. Println and E. That's it. Okay, so this is a common thing what we got, and now we are going for updation data, updating the data. Updating data. Okay, so we need to know the attributes. First of all, you have to know the structure of the database. So there in the real-time, environment, you will get a detailed design document. You will get a design document. Inside a design document, you are having database tables and all. So what are all the attributes available? So I'm telling you about the real time. So how you are going to do this one? Because I'm checking the database right now. I know the attributes. I know the table name. So how you are going to know in the real time? It's like they will give you the design document. Inside a design document, we'll call it as a detailed design document. They will mention some of the different names. But finally, this is a design document. Inside a design document, you are having the class names as well as the database tables and the attributes available over there. Based on those attributes, you are going to insert the data or update or a deletion of a data. Okay, now we are working on updating the data. So for this, what I need to do, first a connection statement for the, wait a second, just a second. Yeah, I need a statement over here. Okay, this is a statement. Let me take it as, okay, I will take it as a successfully connected to MySQL DB. Okay, which is good. That's it. Statement is equal to, here in the statement connection dot, the same thing in the previous example what we did, create a statement. So this is done. The creation of a statement is done. And now I'm going to take a string value S for the query point of view inside a double quotes. So here, whatever you want, just write it over here. For updating point of view, we are going to use update. Sorry, update. This is a keyword. This is a query I'm writing now. What is the name of the table? EMP. This is the name of the table. And then set. We are going to set. This is also a keyword. Set. What I need to say, EMP salary. I'm going to change the salary of the fourth one, what we installed. So I'm going to, okay, I'm going to update this one. 3,000 to 5,000. I will change this 3,000 to 5,000. Okay, this is what about the updation and all. 5,000 to 5,000. For EMP salary is equals to, whether it is, yeah, inside a single quote, we need a single quote over here. 5,000. I'm changing the 5,000. How it will know how to change based on which we are going to change? We have to consider the value. What are the values we want? I want to show you this again. So based on the EMP ID or else based on the EMP name, I'm going to change this because this is a numbers, right? Which is easy for us to get this. So I don't want to mention this one. So here I'm considering the EMP ID. So I will mention like where. You already know about the where, right? In DBMS. So space where EMP ID is equals to what is, I'm going to change the third one. The third one, what is the third value? 3,000, right? Third row is having 3,000. I'm going to change this one. Okay. To 5,000. I'm going to change this to 5,000. Yeah, query is good. Did I made any mistake? Update employee table. Set EMP salary is equal to 5,000. Where employee ID is equal to 3. Yeah, which looks good. And now I'm going to use this one. How I'm going to use this statement dot, sorry. Statement dot execute update. I'm going to pass this. Okay. Finally, system dot out dot println success. This is yes, updated. Okay, so it looks good. This is for updating a table, and we'll check the database after running this program. Yeah, successfully connected to MySQL DB, and after that, successfully updated the data. Okay, go to the database. Where is the database? Yeah. So now I'm executing employee salary. Here it is like a 3,000. Here it is like a 3,000. It is going to update that one. See this one, 5,000. It has been changed. So this is all about the updating the data inside the database. So based on one of the primary key, actually we have to take this as a primary key. For this point of view, it is not required. That's why I didn't mention this. So if you make the primary key over here, we'll take this as a reference for each and every data available inside the table. It is like the data in the string itself, it is like somewhat a bit confused. So take the unique name, which is good for us. If here two ones are available or three ones are available, it is supposed to change each and every number like one. Here also one is available, then this is also a 5,000. So don't make that one. If you are taking the employee IDs, which is unique numbers, so each and every organization, they are having their own unique IDs for each and every employee. Based on that, we are going to insert the data. So now itself, we made the selection, we made the insertion, and also updating the data inside the database. So we got a successful, and we are going to delete one of the record. We are going to delete one of the record inside the database. So for this, I'm going to take one more example, like new Java class, like a DB delete. Okay. So I'm going to copy all these things, what are all the things I want. Till here I need it. Okay. Close this block and then close this one, and then I need catch exception. So inside this, I need a system dot println, and then I need the E over here. Okay, good. I need a statement for the deletion purpose. Sorry, again I got a string. Statement. Statement is equals to new. Sorry, I need to take a connection, right? Connection dot create statement. Okay, this is a common thing. Now I'm going to delete the data. Delete a record. Okay, delete a record. How we are going to do that? These things all are common. So for the deletion point of view, we need a query like statement.create statement has been done. Now I'm going to take the query string s is equals to inside the double quotes. Sorry. What is the keyword? I mean, what is the query for that? Delete. What is the table name? So delete from which table? FROM, which is also a keyword, and EMP. Employee table name. This is the table name. Where, which is a condition where ID is equal, sorry, not ID, EMP ID is equals to, will delete the first record. Okay, EMP ID is equal to 1. So I'm going to delete, let me conclude this. Statement dot execute. Where is this execute update? What I missed? Execute. Yeah, here it is. Execute update and then S. Okay. Okay. Let me copy this and then paste it over here. Successfully deleted the data. Record. Okay, we are going to record. So what is this thing will do? So the record at employee ID is equal to 1 will be deleted. Let me show you over here. So this one will be deleted. 1 son and 1,000 will be deleted. Let me run this program. Run it. Yeah, so connected successfully and then deleted. And then go to the workbench. Search. So this is the query. Now I'm going to run the program. This will be deleted. Sun and 1,000. See this one? It's gone. 2, 3, and a 4. 1 has been deleted. Maximum, the database connectivity completely works on all these SQL statements only. There is nothing else. Okay, there are the theory part available, like 2-tier architecture and 3-tier architecture. So in a real time also, it is a very useful point of view, and then you have to learn this one. What are all the things you learned? I don't know. But you have to learn this connectivity and how to retrieve the data from the database. So I already shown you how to do that one. So again, I'm telling you because only 5 minutes left. Just I want to conclude this. So like Control Shift Alt and S. Control Shift Alt and S. By pressing this, you are having a dependencies. Without this, you can't even run the program. Without this jar file, you have to use this jar file. By clicking over here, just click on a jar file and you downloaded that. Just clicking this one and then press OK. And it will be available over here and then press OK. So after this, just go and check whether it is available or not here, whether it is available or not inside an external libraries. So the Spring with Hibernate, so many things are there. Like the same way we are going to import. This is like an import of a jar files. Okay, without this it is not possible. And also I forgot to tell you about, sir, why we are not taking the password over here. See this one. For the root itself, if we took any password, what it will happen? So it will throw error. I'm going to delete this. I'm taking 2. It will throw the exception. So with the root, with the password, it is not possible. See this one. Access denied for a user root at localhost. You are using a password. Do not use a password. Okay. So in the real time itself, that was somewhat different. There you have to use a password. But in this context, it is not required. If you use a password, this is the username, and password also username. For the connection point of view, both are required. But here from you are working on the Java to MySQL DB or any other DB, this root is not allowed. The password is not allowed. This is the exception we'll get. How we got this exception? By using this one. So there is an exception in the try block. Let me show you this. There is an exception in the try block. What is the exception? Where it came from? From here. It has been caught by this exception, and we got successfully handled that one. So at the runtime also, there is no issue at all. So this is all about the main things has been done. There are small things I need to explain. Tomorrow I will conclude it, and then the end of the 5th unit, so that I will give you the notes on this one. Okay, please this try and practice this, all these things. Without practice you won't get all these things. Okay, so the connections, how we made and how we are going to insert the data, and the selection process, as well as the deletion and the updating the data. And for that you need the external libraries. Why I'm explaining so many times? Because this is new to you, that's why I'm telling this. And one more thing, this is common for you. And the classify is the database name. This is the local host and this is the port. Port doesn't change at all. If this port is used by another tool or something else, you will get an error over here. And the username is a common, and the password is also a common, the same thing. And this is also a common thing. So you made a connection, but you need a driver which got installed from here. And then the connection, by using this connection, you are going to make a statement like I'm supposed to execute a query, what I wrote. Okay, this is all about the database connectivity. And at the end of the chapter, you are having application program. If you purchase the textbook, it is like a 2 or a 250. Just go and buy that one, which is a good one, right? What I will tell you. Yeah, application program 27.10. It is in the page 1133. Go there. It is like 1 second. Almost all 121 lines of a code. It is a 121 lines of a code. So here itself we got only 27, right? It is like 121 lines. So how you are going to log in, the checking purpose, there you will get a window like a JFrame. You are going to use a JFrame over here. I don't know why you don't have such good, syllabus in you. Even EC students are having AWT. You don't have that one. I don't know why they didn't mention that. Okay, the end of the session, you may leave the class. Thank you. Yeah, what is the doubt? Show once all the programs. I will take a screenshot, sir. Yeah, okay. Just take it, because at the 10 you are having a class, right? So, and this one. So better, maximum I will upload today because our maximum session has been done. Okay, I think you go for the Oracle. I think you are having the class, right? And I will get a call from them. Okay, just go leave the class. Thank you.